up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, it's doing the announcement that Charlo versus Castano 2 is on for the undisputed Super Welterweight Championship at 154 pounds. These two guys are going to square off Saturday, March 19th in the main event of a Showtime card. And there's also talks right now that Tim Tszyu of Australia, Kasha Tszyu's son, who's a top contender for the WBO title right now, he actually took step-aside money so this undisputed title fight can happen, is supposed to be taking on former world title challenger Terrell Gausha on the undercard. That's not official yet, but that's what I heard. So that's really enticing right there. Two guys on the undercard who are also two top 5 guys. I have got Gausha right at number 5 right now, and I got Tim Tszyu at number 4. So essentially, you got numbers 1 and 2 battling each other for the undisputed crown, and numbers 4 and 5 fighting. And then also, another fight that's coming down the pike, supposedly, is Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora, who are numbers 3 and 6 right now at 154. So the best are fighting the best right now at 154 pounds. And it all surrounds this huge undisputed rematch right here between Charlo and Brian Castano. I can't wait for this fight. These two guys fought last July. It was a great fight. It really was one of the best fights of the year. You had Charlo hurt Castano early on and almost put him down, and then it shifted to Castano outworking Charlo, stunning Charlo a couple times, not hurting him like Charlo hurt Castano, but stunning him at moments and really pushing the action and just being busier. And that's who I predicted to win the first fight, was Castano, because I felt he was going to be busier than Charlo, and he was. Castano took a lot of the middle rounds. And then in the late rounds, when Castano looked like he was comfortably ahead on the scorecards, I had him winning 7 rounds to 2 heading into that 10th round. He hurts Castano again. Charlo does. Keeps pressing, you know, and then Charlo went out and won the championship rounds, 11 and 12. And I had the final 7-5 in favor of Castano, but it was close. When you have a fight that close, it could go either way, and the fight was declared a draw. I thought it was a little controversial after, not because I felt Castano got robbed. I felt Castano won, but it was very close. When there's a 1-round difference, I'm not going to call that a robbery. Unless, I think the only time I ever did that was Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward. To me, I had it 7-5, but Kovalev also won, also scored a knockdown. So that puts him 3 points ahead. And I still defend that that was a robbery. There's no way that Andre Ward won 6 rounds, let alone he would have needed to win 7 just to pull off a draw in that fight. So for the judges to give him 7 rounds, you know, with the knockdown, that's bullshit. But okay, I'm getting off track, but I'm just saying that I had Castano winning 7-5, but it was very close. And, you know, I didn't have a problem with the decision because of that. But there's a lot of people that did, and that's why I thought it was controversial, because a lot of people, majority, gave the fight to Castano and felt he should have won. He didn't. It was a draw. And now we're going to determine who an undisputed champion is. And to be honest, again, it's a 50-50 fight. It really is. I'll do my breakdown video about 4 weeks before the fight, 3.5 to 4 weeks before the fight. And it's going to be hard for me to pick a winner. I'll tell you that right now. I'm very much so looking forward to who becomes the top dog at 154 and what they do next. Because a lot of these guys are all doing the Canelo dance, even if they got a fight lined up. Because Canelo, you know, if Canelo fights Jermel's brother, Jermal, next, then potentially if Jermel wins this fight, or even if he loses, he's moving to 160 most likely, in my opinion, instead of staying here and fighting for the title that his brother had there, you know? Castano could move to 160 if he pulls out the win. We just don't know, but it should be, you know, it's going to be great to declare an 8th man as an undisputed world champion in the 4-belt era. You know, just in the last couple years alone, we've declared, I think, 3 more. I think we had 4 up in, when Crawford did it back in, Crawford accomplished that feat years ago when he knocked out Julius Ndongo. And then I think we were stuck at 4, and then you had the last couple of years, you had Alexander Usyk back in 2018 accomplish that feat, And then you had, just last year you had Josh Taylor and Canelo Alvarez accomplish that feat. So Undisputed is becoming a hot commodity in boxing right now, especially if you can make it happen. And these two guys, I'm really proud of the governing bodies coming together and getting this fight to happen, the rematch to happen by, having the mandatories take step-aside money, And I'm glad everybody agreed and allowed this to happen so we could declare an undisputed champion. That's big for boxing. It really is, And it really allows that fighter to become a superstar, move up in weight, whatever, and it opens up the rest of the division afterwards to other fighters. And that's a good thing. The turnover is a good thing. We declare a star, and then he can move on to bigger fights, most likely moving up in weight. And then you get a guy, that you get the division turning over. So this is a very exciting time for the 154-pound division. It really is. And, again, like I said, the other fighters, Zhu and Gaucher, Lubin and, what's his name, Fundora, they're moving their pieces around, fighting each other to try to get themselves in position to be the next big dogs in the division. And I enjoy that. I think that's awesome. I think the turnover is a good thing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this fight. It's going to be good. Saturday, March 19th on Showtime, the rematch. Castano versus Charlo, undisputed super welterweight championship. Only the 8th man in history in the 4-belt era, which is about 30, 35 years old, to accomplish that feat in a division. So very, very excited for it. Make sure you pay attention. Again, Saturday, March 19th on Showtime. Charlo versus Castano 2 is on. Hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.